congratulations on taking a very important step today by being present here. So today I want you to forget about business a little bit and put yourself in the shoes of the user, or l'utilisateur, ou le voyageur. هنحكي عن الباركور أو الجورني تبع الفواياج. هنحكي عن the 5 stages of travel أو الباركور du voyageur. وحنفوت بالتفاصيل بكل stage of the 5 stages. But really, again, try to put yourself in the shoes of the traveler. Think of your business in each of those stages. How is your business present today in each of the 5 stages of travel? So let's go through what do we mean by the 5 stages of travel. It's not something that Google invented. Those 5 stages existed from even before the internet ever existed. So the dreaming phase, ou bien le rêve, ou bien rêver. After there's researching, la recherche. Booking, les réservations. Experiencing, l'expérience, et sharing. And all these stages existed years ago, right? Before the internet, we used to dream about a vacation, we used to research it, we used to go and book at a travel agent, we used to experience it, and we used to share it by talking to friends, talking to family. The major difference that the internet brought is that every single one of these stages now is happening online. Not a single one of these stages is happening offline. Everything is happening online. And I agree totally with Frederic that tourism without the E is no longer really existing. So let's talk a little bit about dreaming phase. So dreaming is, and we go through this, all of us, right? So dreaming is when we are thinking about a vacation. Where do we want to go? What's the destination? What do we want to do? So it's in the very initial stage of the travel journey, and this is the first stage, right? And what we notice is that, so I'm going to refer to a lot of numbers, because in Google we love data and we love numbers. And the numbers come from different markets. In this case it's the US, but I'm going to refer to numbers from Germany, from France, from the UK. But in this example, so 68% of US travelers began researching online before deciding where and how to travel. It's a huge number, and that's even from 2012, so these numbers are always going up. And this is from the UK, so if we look at the role of the internet, not only in the planning phase, because when we think about the internet, we think about, okay, it's people actually booking, making the reservation in a hotel or on a flight. But in fact, when we looked at the inspiration stage, so earlier, which is on the left-hand side, friends and family is the number 1 source to think about where to go and to get inspired. But the internet is the second most popular source when people actually search for destinations and just are getting inspired about travel. Now when it comes to travel planning, it's the first source, so this is where people are mostly going to make the reservations and make the travel bookings. And again, think about your business and your property or your airline, and where is it today in that stage, when people are starting to think about the next trip, and they are starting to get ideas about destinations. Where is Tunisia as well as a destination? Another key observation, again in the dreaming phase, is the role of the video. A lot of travelers today, 64% of travelers watch videos when they want to choose a destination. 65% view travel videos when thinking about taking a trip. So again, huge numbers. And increasingly video is becoming, because of the internet speed that is becoming accessible by everyone, using video platforms such as YouTube has also become extremely easy, and it's as simple as people going on YouTube and searching for Tunisia or searching for any destination and looking at the videos that come up. So what kind of videos are people watching on YouTube when they are thinking about travel? What kind of travel videos? 62% said that they watched videos by hotels, airlines, and cruises. 59% they watched trip reviews from experts. So it's all types of videos. That's the main message. They watch any type of video. It could be a user-generated video, or it could be a professional video produced by an airline, or by a hotel, or by a tourism destination. So let's move on to the next phase, which is researching. And researching, again, is happening online today. And Google obviously plays a big role because it is the largest search engine today, and it's no longer the search engine that is just giving you 10 blue links. So, years ago, Google was, you type a keyword, and all you get is the 10 blue links that we are all used to. But today, if you type something like Tunisia attractions, exactly like I did there before I came to this trip, you see this beautiful carousel of images at the top, and you see the different attractions and the different things that you can see in Tunisia. You see a map underneath, which is also useful to some travelers. But even beyond that, so when people are searching for hotels, typing something like Tunis hotels gives you a lot of hotels instantly on the results page. It's not just 10 blue links. It's a lot of different hotels with the star ratings, with the reviews, with the price per night. So you can see here 340 dirhams, 500 dirhams. And a lot of companies are taking advantage of this by displaying advertising, as you can see here on the top and on the right-hand side. So even if you are a small hotel, and you could always see examples of small hotels being present on that page and making the travelers more aware of what they have to offer. Same thing with flights. So now if you search for vol Paris à Tunis, you don't get 10 blue links. You get 9 vols par jour ou plus, durée 2 heures 25 minutes, and all the airlines, so Air France, Tunisair, you see the timing of the flights, you see that they fly lundi, mardi, mercredi. So it's very valuable information that people are getting instantly by typing a couple of keywords on the search results page. Let's talk a little bit more about information that is relevant and useful for travelers. And these are searches that I did before I came to Tunis a couple of days ago. So I wanted to understand the currency exchange, or the temperature in Tunis, so I know what clothes to pack. And all I did is basically search for Tunis weather, or Tunis dinar, or time in Tunis to see the time difference. So again, very valuable information that is making search the go-to source for travelers when they are searching and planning for their next trip. A couple of more initiatives that Google is working on. One of them is google.com/hotels, and this is basically a search engine for hotels. So we have noticed that a lot of users are coming to Google to search for hotel and accommodation, but the user experience on the search engine is not great. So what we did, we created a search engine that is only for people who are searching for hotels, which is simply google.com/hotels, and gives you images for the hotels. It gives you the price per night, it gives you the map and where is that hotel located. Again, very useful for travelers. And same thing for flights, without going into a lot of details. So again, the internet is becoming the go-to source for your major markets. So let's look at Germany for a second here. In this case, 81% said that the internet is the #1 source to search for travel and to research travel, as opposed to 18% for travel agencies. So slowly and slowly, E-Tourisme is becoming UV tourism. 88% of the UK population have looked for or bought travel online. So again, the majority of the population of travelers. And even when travel is bought offline, so if we look at this graph, it might be a little complicated, but actually it's very simple. So looking at the yellow and the red colors, those are people who researched online and purchased online, or researched online and purchased offline. So the impact of the internet is not even only in the transactions that are happening. There's a big chunk of the population search online but end up purchasing offline. And it's difficult to measure the impact of that unless you look at such research, which is very compelling. So the majority of the travel transactions are either happening online or originating from the research that is happening online. And this is very important. And you could see all the markets that are major markets for Tunisia, right? So Italy, France, UK. And the travel journey is long, so it's visiting a lot of websites, it's visiting a lot of different review sites. 72% use search, 17 research sessions on average from the UK to plan a trip. So this means that you have a lot of opportunities during the travel journey to deliver your message to the traveler. So it's not a decision that is being taken in a day or two. It's a decision that is taking days and weeks. And this gives you, as a travel service provider, the opportunity to reach the traveler more than once with a message that is very targeted and very effective. 70% of the UK users, for example, look at maps, and 90% look at reviews before booking travel. So let's move on to the booking. And booking, we all know the importance of booking online, and that's why all of the companies are investing in booking engines and booking platforms that make it easy for users to complete their booking on the web. But the major development that is happening in the booking phase in recent years is the emergence of smartphones. And I'm not sure if you've seen this before, but it's an amazing image, and this is from Frederic. But it's basically the election of the Pope in 2005 and again in 2013, and you could see just the amazing popularity of tablets and smartphones just in a few years of time in the same location for the same occasion. It's just amazing. So again, looking at some numbers which are also reaching record levels, especially in the Middle East, by the way. If you look at Saudi Arabia and UAE, the smartphone penetration is reaching 73-74%, even more advanced than some of the European markets. But even in Europe, 40%, 42% in France, 62% in the UK. And it's becoming very common for people to move from one device to another. We all have, how many people have more than two, or how many people have two devices in this room? So a lot of the travelers now are having 2 to 3 devices, and they move from one device to another in a very seamless way. Whatever device is closest to them, they pick it up and they continue their travel journey and their travel research. And a lot of companies are also investing in ways to allow the users to pick up where they left from one device to another. So if I started my research on a mobile, I want to be able to pick up my tablet and continue the same research, not to start again from scratch. Another major trend that's happening, which is last-minute bookings, and some companies like Booking.com and e-bookers say that more than 50%, so 50 to 60% of their bookings on smartphones are happening for the same day. So people who are checking in the same day or within 24 hours of that booking window. Then there's the experiencing part, and this is where, again, a big part of that stage is happening online. People are on their smartphones in their destination, looking for local information, looking for information on maps, looking for places to eat. So they're always connected, whether to Wi-Fi or to roaming, and they're always on the move, connected through their smartphones and through their tablets. And the last thing is sharing, and it's no secret that social media, including Facebook, Twitter, all the major social platforms, Google+, YouTube is also a social platform in a sense. All of these platforms are heavily influencing the decision-making of travelers, and the sharing of one traveler is the dreaming of another traveler. So if my friend is sharing his travel experience, it might push me to get inspired and to think of a certain destination because of the experience that he is sharing with me on Facebook or on Twitter or on any social platform. And just a few numbers, so 60% of travelers factored online opinions and their travel vacation planning. 48% of social network users follow travel brands to learn about promotions and sales announcements and so on. Again, 89% of social media users share status updates on what they are doing and what they are seeing when they are on holiday. And again, this might help other travelers to dream and get inspired about where to go next. So these are the 5 stages of travel. This is how we are looking at travel as Google, and this is how we are trying to push travel companies as well to look at the new travel journey of the user, which is really happening online. I wanted to share just a few more slides on some search trends that are specific to Tunisia and that we really generated very recently, just a few days ago. So this is very fresh data that no one has seen yet. So what we did is we looked at all of the travel searches that are happening on Google.com, but travel searches for Tunisia. So hotels in Tunisia, flights in Tunisia. We created that group of keywords, and we tried to understand who is looking for Tunisia today. What are the markets that are looking for Tunisia? So Italy came up first. It might be a surprise for some of you, but in terms of volume of searches, Italy, it seems, is searching a lot for Tunisia. The second market that is searching for Tunisia is France, and that's probably not a surprise, with 23%, 13% Germany, 12% UK, Poland and Russia, and this was confirmed by a taxi driver in Tunis yesterday, that he's seeing a lot of Polish tourists. So very interesting data, and it could also allow you as a travel company to say, okay, the demand for Tunis as a country or as a city is coming from these markets, so let me target those markets because it seems they are already interested in Tunis as a destination. Another interesting element is the breakdown between mobile, tablet, and desktop from those markets. So we've looked at those markets, the top markets that are looking for Tunisia, and we try to understand which devices are they using. First of all, you can see the seasonality very clearly. There is a very big peak during the summer season, which is around July, August. So that's where people are searching for Tunisia the most out of the whole year. And these months are coming up, so make sure that you are really visible when people are searching for you. But most importantly, tablets and mobiles are now 21% of searches that are happening from markets that are mostly interested in Tunisia. So it's a very large number, and it's growing significantly every year. So ask yourself again, if a user is searching for my hotel or my airline or my destination on his smartphone, am I delivering a good user experience? Is he being able to get the information that he needs very easily without getting frustrated? Very important. So let's look at each of those markets one by one. So just the last few slides, that's Italy, again, peaking in July, August. Every year it has the same peak, which is around July, August. And then last year, 15% of the queries were on mobile. This quarter, actually Q4 2013, it jumped from 15% to 25% just in 1 year. So huge growth on mobile. France, 13% to 17%, tablets growing from 7 to 10%. Germany, same story. We see a lot of growth happening on mobile. 13 to 19% of queries are now on mobile. And the UK, it used to be 20 in 2012, now it's 26% of queries coming from mobile. So that's what I have for you today. Again, think of the user always when you are making your business decisions, your marketing decisions. Think of the new travel journey, how it's really becoming online. Think of your presence in each of those stages. Are you present? Are you visible? And are you delivering a good user experience to people who are looking for you on the web and on their mobile? Thank you very much.
What's your plans to be a holiday maker?
Google Travel. So I don't think Google is becoming dangerous. I think if we look at the the impact of Google from 10 years ago, since Google was created to now, it used to be that only the big companies can make themselves visible on the web. So only the Hiltons and only the Starwoods and the Marriotts have the big budgets and can be visible to their travelers, because offline advertising budgets require a lot of very deep pockets and a lot of budgets to really make yourself visible. But I think if we look at the impact of Google, it really democratized advertising, and even a small hotel, independent hotel in Tunis, can now make itself visible on the internet through the AdWords platform. And I think this is the revolution that Google brought into the advertising space. It's basically giving small businesses access to such tools so they can become really visible to travelers. And in terms of plan, definitely there aren't any plans to become a travel operator. The way Google thinks is that it's always trying to deliver a better user experience. So whenever there is a space to use technology and to use the internet to deliver an easier, faster, more efficient user experience, usually if no one else is doing it, we do it. And that's what we are trying to do with the hotel search, for example. And eventually, the booking is not happening on Google, it's happening on the property website, but we are facilitating the search experience to make it easy and simple for the users.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.